This video has been sponsored by Beltline Hobbies and by the Canfield and Wooster train shows, February 14th, 2026 and March 14th, 2026.
Hi everybody, it's Chris with the Cloverdale Transit Authority, and today is a video that I've been meaning to make since last spring. Yes, last spring. I was planning to go to York last spring. I ended up going in the fall. But my friend Dell Hudson on Instagram, he and I were talking on the phone one day, and he says, well, what's a post-war locomotive that you don't have? And I said, well, there's quite a few, but I don't have this, and I don't have that, and whatever. And he goes, oh, I've got one of those, and he said, yeah, I got it with some passenger cars. He says, if you're interested, he says, I'll let you have it for a song. And so I said, okay, great. Well, it turns out I couldn't go to York in the spring of 2026. So he gave it to a friend who brought it over to Beltline Hobbies, who's run by my buddy Kyle. And then it came to me. And then I've had it in this box. And I keep saying, oh, I got to get this out. I got to get this out. And I looked at it, but I didn't fiddle with it. I said, I'm going to make a video about this. And I kept saying, I'm going to make a video about this. And so today, I'm making a video about this. So, all right, let's take a look here and see what's in this cool box. All right, so as we know, there are some passenger cars in here. And here is one of them. So it's the 2434 Newark passenger car. This is a post-war passenger car. Started making these in the late 1940s into the early 1950s. And I mentioned in a reel that I did that I had two sets of these passenger cars, the silver ones, and I have now a green set. And this is actually the second set. I knew these were in here. And man, you can never have enough of these because these are the tried and true post-war Lionel passenger cars. So I got that, and I'll have to check to see if they light up. I do note that. All right, so there's a wire in there. That's good. There's a dog hair in there, or cat hair. So yeah, they need to be cleaned up and check the wiring on the inside, but there is wiring on the outside. All right, so that's one passenger car. Here's the observation car from that set, the Summit, the 2436. And also has a wire in there. That's good. Awesome. Needs the roof tightened down a little bit, but that's what that little screw is for. It looks like they have all the window cellophanes with the little passengers in there. That's awesome. That one definitely needs scrubbed down. That's what toothbrush and Dawn dishwashing liquid is for. Here we go. Here, little piece of styrofoam. Here's the dome car, the Clifton dome car, 2432. And again, it has a lot of dirt. Has the cellophanes in there, and there's wiring on there. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. All the pieces, parts. There's something in a... This looks like that's a battery. It's a battery cover. Or it's a, battery. What does it say? Upside down. Yeah, it's a battery cover for the locomotive. And then also right here is where the E-unit, directional unit, sticks out. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the locomotive. Oh, hey, look at that. I didn't even know that. Oh, that fell into the box. That was some scenery stuff I was working on. Here's some 3 Rails, 4 Dads stickers. That's awesome. So those of you who watch 3 Rails, 4 Dads, a podcast with Dell and also with Ray from Ray's Trains, Art from Art's Model Trains, and Mike from Datified, who are four social media train guys. Dell's on Instagram, and Ray and Art and Mike are on YouTube, and the four of them are on YouTube doing a podcast once a month. So here's some stickers from them. That's awesome. All right, so here's the Postwar Locomotive. Woo-wee. Oh, that's nice. Okay, and I see where the battery cover goes. Oh, hang on, we're falling apart. It's not, I got you. It needs to be screwed in there. Okay, this is part of the maintenance on here. So it's a Burlington 2328 Postwar diesel GP7. And of course, the shell comes off, and you can see that it definitely needs cleaned up, which is awesome. And I can see where the shell has a cracked part on there, which I can fix that easily. You can see the front was cracked, and it is filled in with some epoxy, which is exactly what I was going to do in the back. But it looks like this all needs to be cleaned up, and it does have a horn in it, so that's nice. And then the little battery cover goes on that, and you have to have a battery in there to get the horn to work. So it does have a screw that goes in there, holds the battery cover. I have extras of those, and then a headlamp and a rear facing lamp. Well, I'll tell you what, fancy. All right, let's get this out of here. And so, yeah, needs scrubbed up, but it has all the railings. Just needs some epoxy in that little area, if you can see that, just like they did with the front. Cleans it up. It looks like, it's probably a kid was playing with this and he dropped it, and that's what happened. So it just needs to be kind of glued back together, and I'm sure it will run because they always run. So it's, like I told Dell, hey, I don't care what condition it's in. I'm going to clean it up, and it's going to run on the railroad. And we'll do a little restoration work on it, make it look a little nicer. And there you go. But yeah, so I'm going to get my little brush out of here. See if I can get some of this dirt off here, at least for the moment, because it's definitely going to need to be scrubbed. And this motor, I can tell already, needs to be cleaned up. I mean, I'm trying to remember when this was from. I'll put the date on the bottom of the screen here, what year this was made. Again, Burlington wrote GP7 2328. So yeah, cool. Beautiful silver on here. If I had a sink, still doing the kitchen project, if I had a sink, I'd scrub that up. I'm going to have to take this into the shower with me. How many of you shower with your trains? Currently, we need to. That's the only way we can get water. Anyway, so yeah, real easy to get the little screw that comes out of there. I've got that probably in my little magnetic dish. I have one of those already. I'll look the part number up anyway. And yeah, isn't that cool? Wipe the bulb off. There we go. Back bulb looks like it's brand new. So, all right, well, and then unit changes back and forth real nice. Okay, let's do something real risky here right now. We're going to just put this on the track and see. First, do the bulbs light up, and then does it run? All right, let me go check my camera, make sure that's all on camera. Oh, it is. Okay. All right. Okay, so as I always say, several things will happen It will run, it won't run, or it'll burst into flames. Let's see. The energy is palpable. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to give it a little bit of power. Hey, I hear the E-unit buzzing. 2 light bulbs come on. That's great. I can just put this on the shelf right now, and and we're most of the way there. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, man. Okay. There it is. All right. So let's cycle it. Oh, well, it would run if it stayed on the track. Okay. Let's do this again, shall we? There we go. We got our E-unit, our lights. You can hear the E-unit buzzing. Oh, it's moving forward. Moving back. Actually, yeah, it's moving like the motor isn't that dirty. That's good. Wow, look at that. You know, who knows when the last time, maybe Dell did run this. I don't know. I can't remember if he told me that. But, you know, for a locomotive that's this dirty and hasn't run, that's not bad. Yeah, let's see what it looks like with the shell on. If I can get the shell on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. There we go. Oh, look at that. Headlamps right there. Yeah, look at that. You know what? This is probably in a lot better condition than some of the locomotives, vintage locomotives I've seen sitting around historic train yards that are waiting to be restored. So, and this one does run, whereas those do not. Yeah, and it's quiet once it's moving. It's got a loud E-unit. But, yeah. The nice thing is, I don't even have to unbolt it to take the shell off. I could just start working on it right like this. Okay, let's take a look at these passenger cars. See if those light up. Awesome. Okay. Wow. Well, thanks, Dell. I really like this. I'm going to enjoy fixing this up. This is super neat. Okay. So, wow, those are really dirty. Track pickups are really dirty, but let's see what happens. Oh, it does light up, except the track pickups are dirty, so I had to move it back and forth a little bit. Still having to do that. But it lights up. And a little oil will move a lot better. And then, you know, I get those track pickups, get my wire brush out, a little rotary brush, and cleanup will be easy. They need scrub, though. Again, this will be required to be in the shower with me if I want to actually get them cleaned up. So this one seems like I can get that off there and reseat that. Okay, so let's try this one. Nothing. No. Okay. All right. So very well, you know, we could look in here and we could see that there's no bulb. We can look and see that the bulb is burnt out. So let's, while we're on camera here, let's just do that real quick. Might be no bulb. These are real easy to get into as opposed to some of the MPC Aero ones where you have to squeeze them in the right place. You just take these little screws off here, off of the top. They look like vents. There they are. Oh, so there are 2 bulbs. This goes over this back here. All right, well, I'm seeing that that's there, so I'm going to show you a little trick. First, let me look back here again and make sure, yeah, I'll connect these. This is really dirty, so it just may not be picking up. But I'm going to show you a little trick. take a 9-volt battery, right? And you take the bulb and you touch one terminal of the battery to the brass housing of the bulb, and then the other terminal to the end, and that will tell you, see how that lit up? Okay, that's a good bulb. All right, good bulb, good bulb, good bulb. Let me get it in there without breaking it. That would be awesome. That would make it an even better bulb. All right, so we know that that should have lit up, and then we know that bad bulb. Bad bulb, bad bulb. What you gonna do? Sorry. All right, so put that on there. Yeah, I'm sure it's a track pickup on there. It's soldered on there just fine. This has some repairs that have to be done. All right. So this one's good, just needs to be cleaned. This one, let's take a look at the wiring. Wiring looks really good. Soldering looks good. Let's put this on here. And there it is. It's good to go. That one's good. All right. So they all need cleaned up, but this one is going to need a screw. It's going to need checking on, cleaning up the truck, see if we can get the wiring to work. And, and that, as far as I know, that screw could have been part of it too. It's not grounding out right. I don't think that's it, but all right, well, this one is going to need some additional love, okay? And then the locomotive itself is going to need some additional love and cleaning and a little body restoration work. Don't we all need that? And then it's going to be a good-looking post-war locomotive. So there you go. That's part one of our video. We took the stuff out of there. We reviewed it. We looked to see what was good, what wasn't good, or what needs to be repaired, what needs to be cleaned, what needs a part. And so part two of this will be, I don't know, do you want to see a thing of me scrubbing these things? You don't want to see it in the shower. I can guarantee you that. But maybe what we'll do is we'll get these all cleaned up, fixed up. Maybe I'll do a little short video on doing some body work on this, and then we'll do a video showing what it looks like all scrubbed up, and then you're ready to see it run. So thanks for checking out this part one of this video, reviewing what magical things came in the box from my buddy Dell. So if you like this video, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the little bell and let you know when we've got other things that we're posting. All right. Time to head to the shower. We'll catch you on the next video.